Hey, welcome to the segment. We just saw Maze Runner: The Scorch Trials, and this is our spoiler review of the movie. We also did a non-spoiler review, so if you haven't seen the movie and you don't want spoilers, go ahead and click right here to see that one. And now let's get into spoilers in this movie. Let's dig in deep. What did we really think? Kivan, spoiler talk. What do you want to say?
Well, let's talk about the sets, because I thought...
well, sets aren't spoilers.
No, but I want to talk about them because you had all the caved-in buildings, you know, the way it was done.
Right.
And I thought it was amazing because it really did look like a nuclear holocaust, and the buildings were quite excellent, and the way they were climbing up it, and you know, it was very well done in that respect. But there was one piece that I particularly enjoyed, but I also was a little bit, how shall I say, vexed because it was something I'd seen in the James Bond film.
Okay, you're talking about when she fell on the glass?
Yeah,
okay.
Except that was a train with the James Bond, I believe it was, you know, when they were suspended. But she fell onto the window, and it was cracking.
I feel like I've seen that other than James Bond, too.
Right, but in this particular case, what I did like about it is when he hit the glass, grabbed her, and they actually saw the person fall and crash. And I've not seen that before, so I enjoyed that bit. So it was kind of torn.
I did notice that there was a lot of good special effects.
Yep.
But there was a lot of, I thought, bad special effects. And the first time we see the zombies or the pranksters or whatever, the very first time we see them, I was like, oh, they have cartoons in this one, because they were like, I felt like there was several scenes in this movie, and it does make sense because I mean, I think the first one was like just last year, right. So they're probably rushing on these things. I really feel like there was a lot of scenes where it's like real zombies versus cartoon zombies, and the second time we see the zombies, they looked a lot better.
Oh, I agree.
They were like actual actors.
Yes.
But the first scene where they're running in the where they start shooting them. Well, actually, when they're running from the helicopter up to the building,
it didn't look real.
When they start shooting them, I'm like, it's gonna be. It reminded me of that Will Smith movie where he's the last man alive in New York. Legend. It reminded me of the Legend kind of cartoony thing. And then, of course, too, I mentioned in the other review, the explosions. Pretty much every explosion in this movie had the firework effect, like seriously, like fireworks, and it was like, and they're super small, gunships, shooting bombs, even the big thing, like at the end where the charge they were carrying around, and he throws it, and he's like, run, and it's like, psst, you know, it's like, you can buy that stuff at Phantom Fireworks, dude. That's probably what they did. This movie was sponsored by Phantom Fireworks, you know?
That is so true. But, you know, I mean, it was a good movie, and so we're not trying to spoil it just for the heck of it. You know, we're doing spoilers because we found some fun in it, and we did laugh at times. But I think overall it was entertaining. There was a lot going on, but the suspense was pretty good. I mean, the fact that you were running down alleys and, you know...
Yes, I wish they would have killed more people. Like, they killed one guy.
You're right.
But, you know... I think...
well, it was a teenage film, so they don't want to show too many killings.
I felt like they killed more people. See, in the first one, they killed, like, the little chubby kid.
Right.
And that was... That got this close to eliciting some emotion out of me.
Right.
And so there wasn't. I mean, like
this much.
It was almost. But we're not the demographic, so it was still a good movie. But you know, I was like, oh, that's cool. They killed like a person that you thought was going to make it. I'm not sure. Like the kids kind of all look alike to me. I guess.
Yeah, they do.
I don't really know if the character that did die, if he was a big one or not. But I was waiting for somebody to die towards the end, and I don't remember if they... I don't think that anybody did.
Well, the problem is that the characters are not rememberable enough, you know, and you get confused.
Like, I know nobody's name from this movie.
I think Thomas is the lead guy, but there is an English actor. I think he sounds English.
I know Gustav.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Right?
That was a shout-out for that show.
Yeah. Gustav was in it.
Yeah, they better tell him from which show.
From Breaking Bad, they know Gustav from Breaking Bad.
They better.
Apparently he survived the apocalypse.
Yeah. And the blue, what was it called?
The blue meth that turned everybody into cranks.
Exactly.
Right? So we have a backstory on this movie.
We do.
Yeah. Walter White, blue meth, turned everybody into cranks.
That's it.
And
gouging their eyes out.
Yeah, everybody except union construction workers, because Donald Trump was president and he helped to build all these massive, humongous structures that are 10 times the size of the Great Wall of China.
Yeah, they were huge. Yes.
But we're still worried about.
But they were financed by China.
Yeah.
No, we shouldn't go there. But
I don't know. But what were you talking about? Oh, Gustav was the only memorable character, and that's only because he was in Breaking Bad. To me, everybody kind of, and I think they do this on purpose. I've heard of this, where in a lot of these types of movies, especially, they want the characters to be relatable in the most basic way.
Exactly.
So they take a lot of the idiosyncrasies away from them, so that you can project yourself onto them.
I think so. I mean, that makes sense. And there was a little clip going to the spoilers where the English kid picks up their gun, and I thought, there you are, he's going to shoot him, and then he lays the gun down.
Oh, they have him
lets him shoot himself and leaves the gun behind.
Yeah, see,
they only have one bullet.
That's why this movie's for people under the age of 25, because that's the whole time.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of that going on.
He's going to die, just leave, whack him on the head or something. But keep the gun, the bullet that you might need if there's only one bullet. And there might have been a whole clip full. We don't know.
I know, and if they had a problem with killing him, I thought have the other guy that just met him kill him.
Yeah, because he's not attached. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Or have me kill him. Hell, I'll kill all of them. I don't know any of them. I just spent 2 hours with them.
And where was Gustavo when we need him?
I know,
because he could have done him right.
Hell yeah, dude. But and then of course
the shopping mall.
Yeah, the shopping mall. That was
kind of fun.
That was cool. Yeah, it definitely had a very zombie vibe there.
Yeah, I like that.
You know.
Yeah. Apocalyptic mall shopping.
Mm-hmm. There was a lot of I didn't notice how I think it happened about 4 times in the movie. Speaking of spoilers, and I'm basically just taking a big shit on the movie, but that's only because it just was our demographic, and it's fun, But there was a lot about 4 times in the movie where somebody's pointing a gun at the screen, and then you hear the big bang. And then the person that's pointing the gun is the one that got shot.
And
I understand that like once.
I know, but you're not supposed
to. Over and over?
Yeah, you're not supposed to repeat that format. I mean, one time is, the reveal is the person behind who shot, but to do it 4 times? I mean, holy cow. And
then the one time when it actually is the person that he was shooting at, the doctor, the good doctor, I was like, wow, he actually...
Yeah,
a person actually shot the person they were aiming at. Nobody snuck up behind them.
I know, that was kind of interesting. But at least they changed it up, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess. And maybe that was the M. Night Shyamalan twist. The person actually got shot.
But talking about that, this actually was a better made movie than that one.
Oh yeah, this one was a real production.
Big screen.
Yeah, big screen, big sets. At least what looked like big sets. A good 70% of the special effects were fully rendered.
I think so.
And so it had some good qualities, and I think that it's going to have. I think it's going to appease most of the fan base, but I know some of the fans are upset because it's not.
Following the book.
Following the book, but
you can't do everything though.
Yeah, who the hell reads books anyways, right?
Well, I like reading books.
Yeah,
but
this guy.
Loser over here.
Yeah.
But the reality is, I mean, people are going to go to that film. That film's going to make money.
Mm-hmm.
It's the right demographic. If you're watching it, it's because you love it, right? Mm-hmm. We went and watched it because we wanted to view it, and it was worth going to see, and I didn't want my money back. It was good.
Yeah, it's but it's definitely, I wouldn't consider it
memorable.
Well, yeah, it's. Yeah, that's the thing. It's gonna 50 years from now, when this movie comes on the version of television that they have 50 years from now, the kids watching it aren't gonna know if it's the Hunger Games, Divergent, or it's all gonna. I think they're all gonna be.
Well, it's already doing it for me already. So
one.
I think by then it'll be absolutely lost. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
And
I don't think this kind of movie is gonna stick around either. I think it's already kind of going a little bit out of fad.
Well, because there's so many of them.
Yeah, it's kind of getting.
There was only one Harry Potter kind of thing, and then once you start emulating, say you had 6 versions of Harry Potter, would you want to be watching them all? No.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned earlier about the Vampire Diaries. No, what was the movie you mentioned?
I can't. One with Bella,
Twilight, and then that was great. But then look at all the other shows that came out.
Twilight was freaking horrible.
Well, you didn't like that?
You like Twilight?
No, I'm just kidding you.
Jesus.
I thought you were going to bite and go, yeah.
Cut.
There's a joke there, bite.
Wow.
You're going to bite. But the point was that there was like spin-offs, you know. And so, I at that time, just to qualify, my daughter loved to go, so I had to go and sit through them. So.
You sat through Twilight?
I did.
Jesus Christ! When Twilight came out, I knew it was crap, and I didn't pay to see it.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much I can admit on the internet, but I saw it for free without paying for it, right? And thanks to the internet. But I thought, well, it's a vampire movie, so maybe it has some. And I made it about 40. I tried. I made it 30, 45 minutes, and
it was geared for young kids.
God,
it really was.
I'm out.
And I was glad I took my daughter. It was kind of bonding, but it's.
That was so bad. But we're not here to take
we're not,
crap on that. But we're taking a crap on the whole genre.
Well, the whole genre. Yeah, that's the point. All these young teen films, huge box office, making lots of money, and we're not. I figured that out, right? And then we had. Last week we had another film that's making a lot of money that we didn't particularly like either.
Yeah, that one's all profit. This one I think cost. I think that said $60 million to make,
which is about right. I would think with the sets and some of the actors that they have in it. Although the kids are probably didn't have to pay full whack, half rate, right?
Yeah.
But no, I think it's definitely like we said. If you've got kids and you want to take them to the movies, it's a good film to watch.
It's completely devoid of most logic, which makes it.
Right.
If you're, I think something clicks in your head when probably after the hormones subside, there's a little bit more logic comes in, and you just start asking yourself these just little questions like, why are you leaving that gun with the guy that's going to kill himself?
That's exactly where I was.
And it just kind of takes you out of the movie.
And it's almost like the run from one disaster to the next. And the other bit that we're talking about.
Oh yeah, that was pissing me off. The running.
That's the bit we want to get to. In the desert, okay, so they got no water, they're laying down, they're done, and it's almost time to go to heaven, right? And suddenly the thunder comes. Well, no, he notices the lights, and the next thing's the thunder and the lightning.
Yeah, there's like.
And now they're sprinting like.
God wants to kill him. Yeah.
I know. Now they're sprinting like Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
With no water, almost dead, and now they're flying.
But I mean, this mountain range. Well, not only let's go back to the beginning of the day.
Yeah.
The mountain range, if
is a year away.
Yeah, I mean, if you have any perception of once you've been driving for a while or something. That mountain range was at least 100 miles away.
Oh God, yeah.
The way it was portrayed, and they made it in one day.
Oh yeah.
And it was just kind of like
on how much water?
None, but
exactly.
And then at night when they do the sprint, the mountain range was still at least 20 miles away, and they sprint there, and for some reason the lightning was being a dick in this movie.
Oh, it chased them.
Yeah,
and then hit one of them actually. Yeah, toasted him up pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But, things like that, if you're looking for logic, there is no logic in the film. It's just an illogical...
And then they call the bad guys wicked.
Yeah,
come on.
The wicked, yeah.
Wicked.
But I think that's, because that's maybe what people want to hear it as.
It was like the WCKD, I think. But, I mean, it's a little on the nose, though,
Well, and that's...
I mean, before the apocalypse... Did they call themselves Wicked? Or was it a set up after the? I don't know, but a government agency called Wicked, and keep your eye on them.
On them, yeah, definitely.
I think it had Kill Zone or something in the name, so I guess it was set up afterwards. But still, Wicked is
Yeah. So anyway, do you want to talk about our sponsorships and things like that?
Well, yeah. I mean, we're drinking wine, and
we are.
We drink. Lots of things. We drink beer and water and any kind of thing that you might want to have us drink. And if you would like to sponsor, let's say you had a vineyard and you wanted people to see your wine.
Right here, the bottle.
And then we put the bottle right here and we would drink it and we would say how good it tastes and give you a nice little plug.
Thumbs up, yeah. Exactly. And is the forehead still available?
Yeah, for enough money, we could do a tattoo of your logo right across my forehead.
So how are they going to be able to do that?
Well, send an email to bluenumbermedia@gmail.com.
Okay, and what else can we tell them? Well, we got...
I love you.
Yeah. I love you too, man. I love you.
But the YouTube channel?
That's what I'm alluding to, my brother.
Well, BlueNumberMedia.com will take you right to the YouTube channel that you're on right now watching this.
And so what else?
And subscribe. We did a first fan reviews of this movie. Absolutely. You can check that out. We also talk about a TV show right now. We have a series going where we talk about Fear the Walking Dead.
Absolutely.
That's coming up.
Yep.
This Sunday film that. Yeah. And we're going to have a special guest. I'm not going to say who yet, but we're having a special guest join us right here in the studio.
We are, indeed.
And, MovieFansReact.com takes you to the playlist. And just lots of stuff coming up. Lots of, man on the street interviews. Just basically anything that we can come up with. Maybe some comedy.
We're hoping. Yep. So keep tuning back. Watch us.
Okay, man. You have anything else to say?
No. I'm very happy.
We gave our ratings on the last one, but I say an 8. He says a 7.
Mm-hmm.
And even though we kind of took a poop on this, or I did at least, I still think it's an 8. I just think I'm not the right demographic for it.
I agree. We're just a little old for it, but I think it's a good movie. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, man. Well,
Salute.
thanks.
Cheers.
Thanks for talking, and thanks for being with us.
Cheers.
That's great wine. I wish it was yours and you were a sponsor. That's amazing wine.
Yes, it is.